I've been all over the place, so I haven't had a chance to feature my garden in a little while. And so today I want to show you some of what is happening right here in the garden. So let me just start by welcoming you back to my YouTube videos, where I share with you just how I grow orchids in Jamaica. So today we are going to be looking at what is happening under my almond tree. Well, first of all, I actually trimmed the almond tree. So the tree has been stripped and it is actually putting on leaves again, if you notice there. So to highlight some of what is happening under the almond tree, I'm going to be showing you them because I am just so excited about what is happening. Let me tell you, this is the time for the Anosmum orchids. Yes, my Anosmum orchids have put on a sterling show this year, and boy am I excited about it. So this one, I actually bought it as a seedling, and this seedling I actually have it for perhaps about 3 years, and this year I actually got 2 blooms out of it. They're actually going off right now, but I am still so happy with what is happening with them, and so I want to just show you exactly what's happening under the almond tree. So under the almond tree, I also have this white bridal orchid, which is also an anosmum, but this one is a little compact and a little stumpy, and so it doesn't grow very long like this one here, but it also puts on a stunning show each year. This year I really didn't trim it up, and if you notice right here, we have quite a number of the old canes, but nevertheless it still does its thing and is putting on this really nice show right here. So I have some still in bud and some that have actually opened, and let me tell you something, it smells amazing. So you can just imagine what under this almond tree smells like, because everything under here right now is just giving off this lovely aura and is just smelling quite amazing. This is actually the Aphyllum, and right up here I have this other Aphyllum here. This one, they are at different stages. I still have some old canes on it that I need to take off, because some of these old canes, they bloom already, so they will not bloom again. I have some here that is actually just budding, and so this one will be in bloom for a little while. One thing I noticed with them though, we haven't been having rain for quite a while, but we just start getting some rain, and I noticed that the rain is really causing them to go off pretty quickly. But in general, they really don't last very long. But let me tell you, they just put on a sterling show when they are actually blooming. Okay, so this one is a little different from this one, but they are nice. Right, so under the almond tree I also have some other things blooming. This one here, I think is a siam. I'll get the correct name for you. I place it in this hanging basket, but somehow it is not growing in the basket. I notice it is sending out a number of kikis, but I left the kikis on it and the kikis have bloomed. So there it is. Oh, there it is, putting on a sterling show. Of course, my aggregatum. I've had it for quite a number of years and it would not bloom. And one of my supporters said to me, change the location, put it somewhere where it gets a little more sun. And that's exactly what I did. And believe me, this is actually a second set of blooms that it has on, because it bloomed already for me about 2 weeks ago and those dried off. And then lo and behold, when I looked, I noticed a number of other spikes on it. And see, there it is now, putting on another spectacular show. Right. So there are some other things under the almond tree which I'm gonna take you much closer for you to see what is happening right here under the almond tree. This is actually a very small, sort of a mini Vanda orchid. It is actually crossed with the Rhynchostylis colestis pink. And it's doing its little thing. Yes, it's doing its little thing here. Right. But under here, I also have this Myrmecocattleya Memoria Louise Fuchs, which it actually had on 2 lovely spikes, but as it is right now, they have been going off, and so you kind of missed, the show that it actually had put on. But I have this Myrmecocattleya actually in a plastic pot, and then one year when it started blooming, I decided to take it and just drop it into this wooden basket just for display purposes. And let me tell you something, this plant actually take over the wooden basket, so I realized it likes to be mounted or hung, and I just left it and let it be, and it never fails. Each year it just puts on this wonderful show. All right, and Dendrobium that I have under here, let me show it to you, because this Dendrobium plant, it's actually the Dendrobium smiley. Let me see if I can find how many spikes are on this. It has on about 6 spikes. I'm gonna take you up closer so that you see exactly what I'm talking about with this Dendrobium smiley. It is such a beautiful one. Hi, how you do? It is such a beautiful one, let me tell you. And of course, this Vanda orchid, well, it's actually a Macara, one of those Macara orchid. It's just there under the almond tree and doing its thing. I don't do much to it, but it just stays there and it blooms. So not a lot is actually going on under the almond tree, but I'm going to be sharing with you some other hanging plants that I have blooming. So around the back here, I have this Dendrobium Hawaii Spectacular. I have featured it before, but of course it is actually putting on a spectacular show right now. It does very well in the hanging basket. This one is actually the BLT Audrey McIntosh, and I have it in this metal basket here, and it gave me 2 spikes this year, and of course puts on a really awesome show. Most of my hanging plants are either in wooden basket or metal baskets. So this is a bridal orchid, the white Anosmum. This is actually a pure white alba. Smells just awesome. You just need to be under here and smell all the what's happening under here. It is just so amazing. And this is how I grow them. I just put them in the metal basket that I actually made, and they just stay there and do their thing. See some others here. This is the Aphyllum. They're blooming off, but while they're blooming off, they're sending out new growth. Right. It's another Anosmum. And this sterling one that I have here, this is a huge one. It has on a lot of stems that need to be removed, but it has on a lot of buds you're seeing there. And of course, some that are opened. And just look, it is also sending out a lot of new growth. And it's a time of year for them. And the Audrey McIntosh. It's a windy day. So continuing under the almond tree, I have some other vandas that are really putting on a fabulous show. It is that time of year when the Vanda tricolor just blooms. Right beside that is actually a Vanda denisoniana, and this is a brown. This one too, it just stays there, and at least once per year it just puts on an awesome show. This little area needs a little, fixing up, and so perhaps after I do that, then I will highlight this area again. There are other colors of the Vanda tricolor. There is a pinkish color. This one is sort of a rose pink, and there is also the brown. Hiding underneath this Anosmum, Dendrobium Anosmum, is one of the brown. Oh my Lord, isn't this a beautiful one? So it really has been a while since I have featured whatever is happening in my garden, and I just thought I should highlight to you some of the things that are happening in the garden. A lot more are really happening, but I just decided to show you this section today. So if you enjoyed this video, kindly give me a thumbs up. And just so you never miss another one of my YouTube videos, if you haven't yet subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. And as we say in Jamaica, just follow back on me. This is the Orchid Duck, and I am highlighting just how we grow orchids right here in Jamaica. Just to highlight for those persons who would like to see some of these spectacular orchids on display, the Jamaica Orchid Society will be hosting their 2023 spring show and sale under the theme An Orchid Reawakening. This will be at Gibson Drive, Hope Pastures on April 1 and 2, and I'm hoping to see you there.